Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the Republic of Turkey. So before we get started in today's episode, where we should be having this civil war start in about 2 days or so, but if you'd allow me a moment, humor me, allow me a moment to boast about a personal accomplishment that I'm pretty proud of, one that I've mentioned here on the channel several times as I've been working towards it, because it's a goal that I've been working towards for several years now, and that is to be the strongest that I've ever been. And to measure that, I was basing it on a bench press. The most I've ever bench pressed was 300 pounds back in high school. That's how long ago it was. I am 34 years old now, and I finally have achieved that goal. Last night, I bench pressed 305 pounds, and I felt like I could do more. I only did the one, but yeah, I felt like I could do more weight, more reps. Though I have to stop there because I don't think I can do anything, any more weight safely on my bench press, because it has like a maximum of like 600 pounds on the actual bench. So that includes your own weight and the, whatever you have on the bar. And although it says 600 pounds, I've read a lot of reviews on Amazon where they said it bends at 550. So I've had I think there's like 5 reviews I saw that said, all of them said it bent at 550. And so when you count my weight and the 305 pounds, I weigh 220. So I'm at 525. So I'm pretty close to the 550. So I don't want to get any closer because I don't feel like it'd be safe. So that's where I'm going to be stopping for now, at least. But yeah, I finally achieved that goal. 34 years old. I'll be 35 this year, and I'm the strongest I've ever been. So I mean, if I feel like you can achieve any of your health related or physical fitness goals, even in your 30s or 40s. I think you're still young enough to achieve those fitness goals if you so desire, and you're willing to put the work in, because it's gonna be hard work. You ain't gonna be able to do it easily, because it gets harder as you get older. That's what I can tell you. It gets a lot harder. Just recovery, everything is much worse in your 30s and older than it is in your 20s. And then you got all your joint issues, just all kinds of problems. But you can still do it. It's just going to be a little bit more challenging. So we have our Turkish Civil War. We're going to read the event for it. After the electoral victory of the Democrat Party, it was almost inevitable that conflict would break out inside the Republic of Turkey. Tensions between the government and the armed forces continued to worsen every day since the election, and now it appears everything has come to a head. The officers have already seized control over the westernmost wealthy states, and it's believed that the officers have popular support of those revolting states. To the east, Kurdish militias have begun to organize in preparation for an armed struggle with the aims of securing their independence. We are fools to think our alliance with the Kurds would last for long, but they are the even bigger fools for thinking we will not annihilate their pitiful attempts to claw a nation out of our sovereign soil. The struggle for the Republic of Turkey's soul has begun, and we cannot afford to lose. Alright, so we lose one of our generals, the non-aligned supporters start a civil war, and their politics will change. Okay. Alright, so they did not rebel here or here anywhere. Okay, so it's just this area here. Some people had said that you just had to take Istanbul. What is the modifiers for? I thought that's what that was related to. Apparently not, though. I'm not seeing anything over here with the Kurds either, though I wonder if compliance has been affected. It seems it has been. Yeah, compliance has been reduced. That's a bummer. We were getting it up, and now it's been reduced. All right, so that's a shame. Stability has also been dropped down to 0%. So now I really regret not... Yeah, I feel like we should have just did this before the Civil War then, if they're just going to take all my stability. I suppose it shouldn't be surprising that stability would reduce when you have a Civil War breakout. Yeah, kind of a shame. I regret not doing something there. But... we will be able to get the pivot to the past as soon as we finish up the Civil War, and then we'll have an event about the Ottoman loyalists that we'll have to do. So until then, I guess we'll just work on these ones here. Obviously can't do this one now because we've lost that territory. I was hoping we could avoid them taking that from us, but ended up not being the case. So yeah, let's go ahead and go for the patrol the seas. Get those research bonuses there. I could do the naval ones, but again, the fleet just isn't that important to me. This will be a 35-day focus. And so yeah, this should be a really quick Civil War, even quicker than I was expecting. So you know what, we could probably just throw these, I don't know how many troops they have, but throw these guys in a separate army and then just throw, well, you know what, we might want to leave one unit over here or something. And then just have them march through here. It might not even be that difficult. I don't know how many troops they have, but let's just take a look. See if we know anything about them. Looks like we don't know a damn thing. All right. So yeah, we'll march over there, and should be a nice, easy conflict. Let me make sure that they don't have any other territory. Nope, just right there. All right. So you know what? Let's go ahead and throw the. Do we want to throw the tank over there? I guess he's got all his tanks and stuff. Why not? I know he's mostly a cav unit. You know what? Let's make sure we have plenty of troops over here. Let's get this mountain unit over there. I didn't realize we had so few mountain units over here. Obviously, the supply will become an issue, so we probably don't want to go too high. We'll just go 15 divisions. Let's go and get ourselves a general. I haven't even looked at the generals yet, and I'm surprised we didn't lose these ones. This is their Kemalist. That's interesting. I don't even know if I want to put them in power since we're in a civil war. I don't know how that'll be affected. So we might want to wait to put some of our best generals in power until after the civil war, just in case. I don't think anything's going to happen here because they already removed the generals. But again, let's be safe. And you know what? We'll train up one of our level 3 generals here, and he's a loyalist. And get him a new trait here. We're going to do the infantry expert. All right, fantastic. And then we'll also want to get a field marshal. And we only have one field marshal. He's okay. Okay level. Looks like he has a lot of traits though. Yeah, he's got the defensive doctrine, logistic wizard, and the desert fox trait. Okay, yeah, we'll put him in place. That'll be our field marshal. Get all the troops moving over there. And we can slow this down a little bit as well. See if there's anything here on the decisions we might want to do. Now that we're at war. What I kind of want to do though is make use of the conflict to move over to war economy, though it doesn't look like we'll be able to do that because they just don't have enough factories. All right, that's a shame. I was hoping we could make use of this time, but yeah, they can't do this. Can't change either the conscription laws or the mobilization laws. Neither is an option. Okay, that's fine. Let's get all our troops moving over to here and get these guys wiped out. Finish up the civil war. We'll see how many troops they have. Looks like they're already on the march. But I wanted to get the troops as far away from centers of rebellion as possible because I didn't know what was going to happen, like where it was going to rebel. But several people did said you only had to conquer this area. But you know what? I really thought it would be affected by all the things that were happening with these modifiers. Maybe that's like the minimum area that rebels. Here's the Ottoman officer event that I had mentioned. So we're going to read this because it's kind of important. Ottoman officers offer chance to restore the sultanate. We have received an offer from some like-minded individuals who wholeheartedly agree with us about the importance of religion in the governance of the Turkish state. But we know for a fact that these solicitors are loyal to more than just the Almighty. We have been approached by former officers and generals of the Ottoman Empire with a choice that will have far-reaching consequences for the rest of our history. They wish to restore the Sultan to his throne. This offer does not come wholly as a surprise, as many of our ministers and constituents have privately expressed disappointment at the collapse of the Ottoman Sultanate and spoken proudly of their friendly correspondence with Ottoman fugitives living abroad. No doubt our electorate will support our decision either way, but our upper management is torn. There is a great deal of respect for the Republic and for everything Mustafa Kemal Ataturk accomplished. If we sign this pact with these Ottoman ghosts, then we will undoubtedly be dealing a death blow to Ataturk's Republic. So yeah, this is what I was worried about with the officers, is that if we had like, they probably would just remove the Kemalists if they were to do that at all. It might not have any effect on the actual officers. But yeah, I was just kind of worried that, again, it probably wouldn't result in the whole army going, but you never know. I haven't done this focus tree, so I didn't know what was going to happen. But looking at the effects, I don't think that will affect it at all. So we say our old glory awaits reclamation. So Menderes will retire, and we'll be having a new leader, the Crown Regent here. His modifier is an increase of stability, which would be helpful because it's in the dumps, but a reduction of political power gain. Or you can say our allegiance is to the Republic and to democracy. And it'll set resistance to 85%. But yeah, we're going to do this one, of course. We're trying to become the Ottoman Empire. Alright, so now it's called, we got a new color. It's now called the Provisionary State of Anatolia. Interesting. Of course, we have our new Crown Regent as well. That is not who the Sultan will be. We'll have to wait for all that. Alright, so yeah, let's go and get these troops moving. over to here. And I'm going to change the color as well. Let's make them green. Yeah, we'll go with the green color here. There we go. I'd say that red and green are the colors of the Ottoman Empire. Alright, so just waiting for these troops to get over there. They're taking their sweet time. They decided to not take the railroads. Probably because they're going into combat, but you know what? We're going to change that for at least some of these troops here, because this is going to take too damn long for them to get over there. So these tanks, they can move on their own, but these ones here, let's have them take the railroads. Just need to get over there quickly before too much territory gets lost that we have to retake. Now, letting them take some territory wouldn't actually be a bad idea, because we can get behind them and cut them off. Alright, so I don't want them moving here. And we want to get behind them. So they're going to attack right there. And you know what, we need to increase this here. It looks like we're good. So they'll attack there. And once we win, we'll just get behind them. Should be pretty easy. These guys can go and grab this one now, so they won't have a port. That means they won't have any supply. I don't know where the rest of the troops are. Is this all they have? We do have planes as well we could use to get the bonus. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move them over to here. It's been adjusted. Strange. Alright, so yeah, let's go and move them over to here. Have them fly overhead. And air superiority and do close air support. Get a little bonus there. Yeah, they should be there soon. There we go. Beautiful. And I don't think they even have any planes, the enemy. Just double check what they have. So as far as their troops go, yeah, it's 1 to 5 divisions, so they might just have those 3 divisions, and that's all they got. They do have some planes, but not many. Yeah, doesn't look like they have very many. All right, so now that we've gotten, we've won here. Oh, okay, you can't take that province. I see. So we have to go through here. That works. We'll attack right there. Let's bring another unit over there to help them. Now, our troops are not very good because of their lack of equipment. Lack of equipment is very bad. But it looks like they lack equipment as well, so have them support that attack. I'm just gonna bottle them up right here and wipe them out. Have to wait for some of these troops. You know, let's get the tanks moving over to here as well. But yeah, it should be a very easy conflict because they just didn't get very many troops at all. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more challenging than this. Probably wouldn't have delayed it if I knew it was going to be so easy. We are going to speed this up, though, because we're just waiting on one battle at this point. And you know what? Let's go ahead and send another unit over here as well to support that attack. So it gets done a little bit quicker. Alright, excellent. Got those tanks slowly moving on over here, because remember, they're not moving at tank speed, they're moving at cav speed. Alright, so they retreated over this way. That's unfortunate. I was hoping they would go this way so we can completely wipe them out. Let's avoid attacking across rivers. Just kind of avoid casualties the best that we can, guys. Alright, and then push forward over here, and we'll probably want to give these guys a front, but we'll wait until they finish moving. There we go. Give them a front line right here. Go ahead and take Istanbul. And both these guys go over this way, and maybe send a few other divisions over here. Alright, excellent. So yeah, just wiping out those 2 divisions. That cav division did retreat, so they probably will have 1 to fight, but yeah, this is going to be super easy. And there we go. That was it. A very easy conflict overall. Civil War is done. And just was overall much easier than expected. Alright, so let's go ahead and just, it doesn't really matter what we do here. Just throw these over here. Kind of spread them out again. And probably keep the majority of them over here on the Soviet front. And then just take the ones that are over there and put them right there and then delete this. Now, I'm worried about supply, so might not want to have that many troops over there. In fact, you know what? We should have some of these over here. Alright, excellent. And yeah, we'll just keep the blue army over here. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's go and place a couple of these units over here. These guys are going over that way, so we'll leave them there. Kind of throw a few of these units over here. Maybe like 4? We'll even put the tanks over here. Yeah, 4 on each of these or something like that. Or 3 perhaps. Reduce this like so. Yeah, 4 in each of those I think would be good. So 8 over there, and then the other 16 will be over there. I think that's how we had it before. So yeah, that's how we'll do it again. There you go, beautiful. Okay, so we are done with the Civil War. We just gotta wait for the following events to pop up here. I am wondering if we can now take this focus to start the Ottoman route. We can. All right, excellent. So yeah, we'll be working on that next. We just need to finish up our current focus, which is one of the quicker ones, so we'll have that done in a couple days. Yeah, just bring the troops on over here. As far as equipment goes, we're in a better situation than we were before. The infantry equipment is almost dealt with. Got a little bit of experience from that conflict, not much. A very, very easy conflict, so. But yeah, let's go ahead and pivot to the past. So this is going to gain us 15% war support. War support is 78% right now, so it gets it pretty high. 5% stability, necessary considering how low our stability is. And it's also going to result in a change in popularity to non-aligned, which as of right now is at 49%. Okay. So I was expecting like something to fire, once the war was over, but I suppose we have to wait until we take that focus is what I'm guessing. So what I'm wondering is, can we do these ones yet? So we can do them. I don't know if we want to sacrifice that stability, but we need to get this done. Where are we at right now? Yeah, compliance is so low. Let's just wait. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, risking the stability. We're going to lose it at a 34% chance. If we're sitting at like a 50% chance, then I'd do it. Yeah, let's just wait until we get the resistance down and get the compliance up naturally. Because we should still have them set to, reconciliation. So daily compliance gain is pretty fast. And let's make sure that we still have our operative over there. We do. Excellent. Although we could consider moving him over to here since this has a higher level of resistance. So yeah, we'll just have to wait till the compliance gets higher. Let's go and put this back on speed 5, and I suppose we don't need these flying overhead any longer. And no reason to have them flying and taking casualties. Could train them up, I suppose. Let me see how we're doing on the stockpile. Yeah, I think we'll wait. Oops, let me change that. I think we'll wait until we have more planes built. But what we could do is go ahead and get the close air support up to 50. Because yeah, they're just going to lose the experience level. Want to get those up to at least air wings of 100. We just don't have the planes yet for all that. Alright, so yeah, just pretty much waiting to get this focus knocked out. It'll be 40 days. We'll become the Ottoman Empire. We got Concentrated Industry 3, excellent. So let's go ahead and go after the Construction 3 now. We'll start ramping up these 1939 techs. Can modify our government. We have all these different military staff we still need to get. You know what? We have so many other decisions that we could take, and I would really like to improve the worker conditions to try and get the stability up. Yeah, because stability isn't such a bad place. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm wondering if there's anything new over here. No, not anything new over here. Could get the devout traditionalist there, of course. If we did the fidelity, that removes the national spirit fundamentalism. We don't need to have that. Okay, so that wouldn't be a problem anyways. But yeah, I could get like a weekly manpower increase. If we get the political power up to 75. Got dive bombing. All right, that was just one we were doing while we were waiting to get to 1939. So we could go ahead and continue working on these techs. We have 2 going there though, and we have a research bonus to get the artillery, so we could get that building. Could also start getting the infantry getting built as well. Now that we kind of have some of the shortages dealt with. That'd be an option. Let's do the artillery first, since we can get that really quick. 30 days with that research bonus, not bad at all. So yeah, we'll get that first. And so yeah, really our only issue at this point is the Kurds. Now that we've dealt with the Civil War. 2 research done here at the same time. Excellent. So we're going to continue down the land doctrines. I don't think we have any more research bonuses. Let me just double check on that though in the focus tree. Make sure that there's no research bonuses for land doctrines anywhere. I don't think so. Yeah, you got one for radar technology. How about down here? Yeah, there's no more research bonuses for land doctrines. So with that in mind, we can go ahead and just make sure we get all these knocked out. And you know what? We can go and pick something here real quick because we already know that we're going to want to go for either oil or the advanced machine tools. I guess oil is not a big of an issue. We could start training the fleet right now, though. So you know what? Let's go and get the advanced machine tools. We'll get that one first. And as for the land auction, so between the 2 different directions, we often go with assault. You know, this one results in a lot more organization overall. Yeah, a lot more organization, plus the breakthrough rather than just going to the leg infantry goes to the entire army. So obviously that's a much bigger bonus. And so yeah, we typically go for this one here, for the increased organization and for the higher breakthrough. However, one of the other big benefits that you'll notice here is the 20% max planning that you get. And given that we control our own units, planning bonuses aren't as good. They still apply, but you know, we burn them off quicker because I'm manually controlling the division. So planning bonuses aren't as great for us. While over here, yes, you're going to get a little bit less organization. You'll get more for tanks overall. And then I think you do, because I think all these organization bonuses, you get 1 there. Let me just double check. It might be the same for the tanks. There's 2. See, I think it's just the 2 organization here, and maybe it is just the 2 here as well. You do have the recovery rate though. Oh no, you get 3. So yeah, you do get slightly more organization for the tanks over here. But yeah, you get so you do get a little bit more organization. It's not a big effect there. But overall, you're going to get more organization from this side for your infantry, particularly mechanized and motorized infantry. You're going to get the supply consumption bonus, and that's a big one because we're going to be fighting in areas where supply is going to be a major issue. You know, we're not be fighting in Central Europe, or we might. I can't really say what's going to happen in the campaign, but if you look at where we're located in the world, we are surrounded by areas with low supply. So supply consumption is going to be an issue, so that'll be helpful. Land night attack, that's actually incredibly powerful. That's essentially a 25% attack bonus for half of the time you're fighting. It's not like anybody stops fighting at night. So, I mean, that's a pretty big bonus. Very useful overall. Reconnaissance is probably not as helpful. It helps a little bit. You get the reinforce rate regardless of which route you go here. So yeah, I'd say that the main benefit you're getting here is you know, the fact that you have the reduced supply consumption and the 25% attack through half of the day, and more organization for tanks. Yeah, so I think you could argue either way it's pretty good. I typically, again, go this route, but I think we're going to go this route this time. I think it would work a little bit better for us in our particular circumstances. So yeah, we're going to continue getting those land doctrines knocked out. And we're sitting here at less than 20 days to pivot to the pass. Now, I don't know that we become the Ottomans with this one. I think you have to wait till you get, here. You got to return the Sultan to power. This removes all the Kamala's state modifiers and also increases our stability by 5%. Okay, interesting. Now, we almost have that knocked out, by the way, but something popped up over here. Oh, I think it's about the resistance. Yeah, I assume that that's what that was about. Still working on getting that refinery built right now, and we did finish up that national focus, and also we finished up the artillery. So let's go and get this one. Let's go ahead and purge the Kamalis, get rid of those state modifiers, some of them which are really, really bad. It's also going to give us 5% stability. We'll take a look at those state modifiers. I don't remember exactly what they did, but I remember them being pretty bad overall. Still need to get anti-tanks. We would like to get those and then get them building. There's a lot of 1939 stuff still to get, though. I think we should instead go ahead and get the infantry equipment first. So yeah, let's go to work on that. So we can get those built, put them into the units. And let me just see how we're doing. We actually are finally in the positive here. All right, excellent. I think we're going to keep it building, though. Keep all the ones that we currently have going. Let's go and get the new artillery. Could make an argument to move one of these way over to the artillery, since we actually have new equipment here. We need more motorized and more tanks, because we're going to want to start building units here soon. Because what we have is, I mean, we have like one full army essentially, that's it. So not very impressive. We don't want to root out the Kemalists, because obviously we're going to remove all those modifiers very soon. But yeah, I am curious about this one here, to get some extra manpower. I think we're going to do that real quick. Yeah, let's go and knock that one out and get that little chunk of manpower, because yeah, it's 2,500 per week. That's a good amount. So yeah, we'll go and do that with the political power that we have. And that's right, I wanted to look at the state modifiers that were out there. So yeah, here's the schemer one. So divisions are 50% slower. You have 33% less recruitable population, and then the construction speed is reduced by quite a bit. So yeah, it'd be helpful getting rid of all those, though it doesn't look like we have very many, because I did such a good job, or I don't know if you say did such a good job. I took so much time. I spent so much time getting them all removed. And so yeah, I think it's just over here. Yeah, I suppose that's the only place we're getting the penalty. That's all. Could start enacting these here, but again, I kind of want to wait until this percentage is higher. I'm just not going to do it at a 30% or even a 34% chance. Needs to be up at 50, I think. And, oh, that's interesting. The Kingdom of Greece just declared war on Bulgaria. They only have... Oh, wait a minute. The Kingdom of Greece is winning now. Okay. So, the Kingdom of Greece is now at war with Bulgaria, but they're still not done with their civil war. Now, they still have, like, the Hellenic Republic here still has some of the key cities of Greece. You know, they got Athens, they have the Peloponnesian Peninsula there. Pakistan and Bangladesh have signed a white peace. So yeah, they have some key territory here, but yeah, I just don't think, I don't think that was wise at all. That was incredibly stupid, because I think this will now result in Republic winning. The kingdom might have actually won if it hadn't been for that. And Bulgaria is likely going to conquer all this, which is a bad thing. I suppose we can take all the troops and put them on one front here, since looks like we're going to have just one front with the Bulgarians, and Bulgaria is going to be really powerful now. Great Britain joins the community of nations. Right, earlier today, Mexico and Great Britain issued a joint statement that the latter has now been formally granted member status of the community of nations. Whether this partnership will be used for offensive or defensive purposes remains to be seen, but undoubtedly extensive joint military planning is already underway. So Mexico is in fact the leader of that. This will result in Britain coming and helping Mexico in their civil war here against the fascists, which they were already, I think, winning. I don't remember where the border started. Maybe they weren't. Yeah, they're winning. They took two provinces, maybe lost one right there. Now, we did get the Purge of the Kemalists. I don't know if that was a 35-day one, but it seemed kind of quick. But yeah, we got that one knocked out, so we lost all the state modifiers. That got us a bit more manpower. We also increased the stability up to 31% now. So we have 2 to get here, and I think you need both of them in order to return the Sultan. So this one here would increase stability by 5%, net us 120 political power. We're going to get a new political advisor, one of the ones I was waiting on. I think he's pretty good because you get that non-court manpower. That'd be super helpful. And then we'd also be increasing opinion with all of the kingdoms of the world. It seems the kingdom of Portugal hasn't been wiped out yet. Yeah, maybe they have some, maybe they took the colonial territory. Alright, interesting. So Austria-Hungary, we get that bonus. The French, the British, the Germans. Okay. So we could do that one. We could also wait until, I don't know if there's going to be any more countries that are going to become kingdoms that haven't yet already. So we could wait to do that one. I would like the stability and the political power, though. Let's see what the bonus for this one is. Rebuilding our home. Grants factory repair speed plus 25%. Not that helpful. Civilian factory construction speed is up 15%, though. We're not really building civilian factories. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll get this one. It's more useful. 35 days. Are they both 35 days? Yes. Okay. So in 70 days, we'll have both of those, and we'll start working on the return the Sultan focus, which will then change our name, so we'll no longer be the provisionary state of Anatolia. Now, as far as world tension, it's only at 24%, so we still can't like declare war. You know, can't get any war goals just yet. We're gonna have to wait. until it gets a bit higher. These civil wars that have been going around the world have increased it, but not by enough. Are these guys all at peace now? They are. Alright, so they now hold this territory on their own, and Japan is currently not at war with anybody. They do have a non-aggression pact with Communist China. That would be interesting if the Japanese and Communist China end up like joining a, well, nope, I guess they're already in the People's Front here. I saw Japan could join the People's Front. Yeah, that's a possibility. Then you have Sinking, Communist China, and Japan all in alliance. Yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen over there. Alright, so we got Construction 3 knocked out. Let's go to get the Excavation 3. See if there's any decisions here. Yeah, just countering the rebels. So Kingdom of Greece was annexed. So you have the Hellenic Republic who's not at war with Bulgaria, so Bulgaria will not be getting all this territory. Okay. This is not confusing at all. Let's put them over there. They did recreate this front well, though. But we do want to take this one down. There we go. They didn't do too bad a job with that. They had exactly 4 units in each of those. Typically, they never do that very well. Alright, so let's take a look at the percentage here for these ones, see if it's got any higher. 30 and 30, yep. Still sitting low. Alright, we got that focus knocked out. That's going to increase that stability and gain us some political power. We also got the advanced machine tools. Let's go and do the building our nation. Another 35 days there. And suppose we could go for the fuel here, put the ships back out there and let them train some more, I suppose. That'd be an option. Because, yeah, the fuel's in a pretty good situation now. We do want to continue to train the army for the army experience. In fact, we'll probably want to make some adjustments to our divisions right now. But, you know, before we do any of that, let me see what other 1939 techs are available that we haven't yet gotten. I suppose we'll go ahead and start getting some of these support companies. Yeah, let's get the engineers improved. And we also can get somebody in our military staff here. See if there's any other decisions available that we might want to do. Remember, we can empower the fundamentalists, and then that increases the modifier there. And it seems this is still possible, despite the fact that the Kemalist one is done. I don't know if this will disappear at any point, or if it'll just kind of stay there, even though you don't really need to worry about it anymore. Yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure how that works. We could go ahead and work on getting another civilian factory. That'd be an option by doing these ones for the 50 political power. Or we can get the investment. You know, let's see if we want to work on investment. Let me see how we're doing on opinion. So the Germans are probably the highest. There's a wife calling about dinner. We got like nothing at the house right now to eat, so she's gonna have to stop by the store so we can make something. Because we are like desolate here. There's like no food in the damn house. So what was I saying? Yeah, Germany would be, I think, the best one. You could also do France, I suppose. Yeah, you could do either one of them. But let's do the Germans. You know, we haven't talked to them about investing yet. I said I was going to do them after the Americans. We never did. So yeah, let's go ahead and work on them, and then we'll spend 75 political power on that. But there's no reason we can't go ahead and get another military advisor unless there's something else we wanted here, like the civilian factories. I suppose we could certainly justify going after the civilian factories. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's go after another civilian factory, guys. So which one do we want to do? Do any of them have any additional benefits? It looks like there are, well, here's a synthetic refinery. Takes a bit longer to do. You know what? Let's do the civilian factories, guys. I think that makes more sense. As far as other benefits, yeah, they're all the same days. There's really no difference here then. All right, so we'll do this one here. Get a civilian factory done. It'll be 180 days. I think that's quicker than we could build them. All right, we still have a little power, but again, we're going to wait to spend that. Yeah, we're going to wait to spend that. All right, so let's just let it roll. We continue moving through this focus tree here. And I almost want to take advantage of this and build civilian factories as soon as we're done. Oh, we're not actually building anything. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, well, let's go ahead and start building the civilian factory then. And we'll build one here. Let me see how long it takes. Oh, we only have 7 factories right now. Do those take factories? Those might take factories, those decisions. Now, you still get them quicker than we build them. As you can see here, it's going to take us until the 1st of April 1940 to build this, with the current number of civilian factories you have for that. Oh, interesting. So war starts we were just talking about this. War started over here in China. And so, yeah, they have declared war, and that makes it more likely that, oh, yeah, they're jumping them. They're ganging up on them here. So that makes it more likely that this is going to spiral into further conflict. You know, if this warlord here decides to join with some of the other Chinese warlords or with China. And then, of course, we have Japan here, which they very well could end up joining the Communist Chinese faction. Yeah, we'll just have to see if that ends up being an isolated conflict, where the communists kind of gain power easily, or if it spirals into something larger. So we did get the infantry equipment. We're going to want to get those updated. And we're already researching here. Not at 1940 just yet. And far enough away, we're going to wait to get any of those. Could get the fuel gain from the refineries. I don't think that's a priority, though. I think there's far more important things to get. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is start researching these. Yeah, let's go and get some of these ones knocked out. Let's get the anti-tanks so we can build those. 47 days to get it. Let's go ahead and switch over to the infantry equipment too. Try and get all that updated. We'll keep the 5 factories in there. We're always gonna need infantry equipment. And we could even start building some troops now. Let me just take a look at how we're doing. We need to make some adjustments before we do anything. These tank units are garbage. So let's go ahead and start changing them up now. Looks like we're going to have to change them up to the tank unit. It's interesting that they have the cav here, because you can't even have those together. But you know, that's how it started. Alright, so we have the 4 tank units. It's 10. 10 of our experience. Let's go ahead and change these over to motorized. I know we don't have the motorized for this, but that's okay. It's only 1 tank unit that we currently have. And so that gets them up to 16. Let's go ahead and save that. And we'll adjust these as we get the experience. Just taking a look at what we need now. Yeah, they'll step up the needs for the motorized quite a bit more. We had enough light tanks, though. And, oh, yep, they now declared war on Shaanxi. Alright, so they're trying to expand this way now. That seems like a silly choice. They should have just wiped them out first and then came after Shaanxi. That would have been far smarter. So yeah, it's happening over there in China. That's going to keep the world tension high now. Or higher, you know, because that was going down. And we need that to get to 50%. So let's just take a look and see what everybody's currently working on, because I don't actually know. Danzig for guarantees. They want that from the Polish, and typically the German Empire does not go to war with Poland. But they might. It's hard to say. I think the Soviets will be the one that will likely attack the Polish, though. We'll have to see what happens there. Austria-Hungary, not doing anything that's aggressive. Britain is currently fortifying East Asia. The French are promoting entrepreneurship. And I did want to check also about Portugal, because I saw the Kingdom of Portugal was still around. And they're not at war anymore, so yeah, they must not be around anymore. Okay, so we got our focus done. Let's go and get the next one, Return of the Sultan. So hopefully we can become the Ottoman Empire before the end of the episode. Alright, so I was looking at what everybody's working on here. Improving the Stalin line, experiences from the Civil War. Really just looking for somebody who might be working on something aggressive. Oh, there's the Civil War in France. They're having a communist civil war against the Bonaparte monarchy. Alright, so they're going to have to deal with that. I'm curious to see if they got any territory around the world. No, it looks like it all stayed under the French Empire. Okay. Oh, well, they did get Corsica, which is interesting since it's where the Bonapartes are from. But the Corsica did not go with the Bonapartes. Alright, so a civil war in France. See what everybody else is working on. Developing Slovenian industry. What's the Greeks doing? Cruiser effort. These guys have unique focuses over here just yet. See what the Dutch are working on. They still haven't gone with their monarchy yet. They're modernizing their infantry equipment. And this is going to keep messing me up until we can get this done. I'd love to finish it up. But yeah, still kind of low percentage, and we're finally getting stability up. I just don't want to ruin that yet. Especially when you see we might be able to do it here without doing that. Although it would be nice to get that little batch of political power that we get from it. Let's see if there's any other decisions to do here. I know we're saving 75 for the Germans. Oh, we already have the opinion high enough. Okay, so there's no reason we can't do that now then. Now let's go and send it off. Ask them if they want to invest with us. So we'll do that. And so that only leaves 110. It's not much. We don't want to do those resource ones. So I think that means that we're done here. Just see if there's any of these ones we want to do. Yeah, we're done here, so we can go ahead and spend political power on the military staff now. We'll start working on those, getting those combat bonuses. We got the anti-tanks. I want to get those building. Don't know that we'll research these just yet. Yeah, we might wait to research those because we are in 1940. So let's go and get the 1940 fighters. I know the first tech I usually get in 1940 is the improving computing machines, or whatever that one's called. Yeah, improved computing machines. For that 8% research speed, I typically go for that one first, but man, I really want to get those fighters done. And we had that research bonus for them. So let's get that done first so that we can get those building. I think that's important for us. And I almost want to, I guess you can't tick it. I was going to say, I almost want to like tick this so that it doesn't notify us, so I'll stop checking it. India is having a civil war. And this is, all right, so we got an non-aligned faction here and a communist one that only has 18% communist support, which is less than every other ideology. That's interesting. Poland did decide to return Danzig, so the Germans have united their territory here, and the Polish will likely avoid conflict with the Germans now. So they're working on the defense of Poland. So yeah, I think the Soviets will end up attacking this faction, and they might have a bit of a chance of defending themselves, at least for a little while now, since they probably won't have to face a fight. Well, at least not from the Germans. They're working on rebuilding their high seas fleet. But you know what? Austria-Hungary could attack them. I don't remember if they have a focus for that or not. Right now, they're boosting the Hungarian aviation industry. And you know what? The Bonapartes look like they're about to fail here. We might have a communist France. Yeah, it looks like the Bonapartes are losing there. Well, that would be interesting. Just nothing going quite the way we would expect it to go. The kingdoms are losing everywhere. Alright, so the non-aligned faction here won, defeated that barely communist republic. We did get the engineer company too, excellent. Let's go ahead and now get the improved computing machine. Need about 20 more political power to start filling in our command staff, our military staff. And the German military, the German Empire, excuse me, did decide to invest in our military industry. And you know what? Before we click this, I want to see if it actually works, man. Because the last time, I don't think it did. We had 10 military factories, and then when it was done, we had 10 military factories. So you can see we have 16 here. We did get one. All right, so we got one from that. That's unfortunate. This civilian factory is currently building, and we're getting it done a lot quicker because of that one modifier. How much longer does that modifier last? Until June 4th. It is a 15% speed, so I feel like we should do one more while we have it, because that's a really good bonus. So we're gonna build this over. Yeah, we'll build it over here. So get one more civilian factory. It's not like we don't need them. As you can see, we don't really have very many of those. And you know what I'm gonna do, guys? You know what? We'll finish building those while we have the bonus. But I think what we'll want to do is start getting some of these, particularly the anti-partisan ones, to help us out over here. I think that'd be really useful. So yeah, we might start doing those soon, and then we could get another operative if we get enough of the upgrades, and then we can have an operative in both of these, because I really want to get this Kurdish situation dealt with so we can focus on conflicts outside of our borders. So what do we get? We got the anti-tanks. That's right. So we're going to use that in the new military factory on building some anti-tanks up. So we put those into the units. We need a lot of resources right now. It's unfortunate. Yeah, quite unfortunate. Not really what I want to trade for. I can't get anything from the Germans. Might have to trade with the United States. Yeah, we'll trade one factory worth of steel with the United States. And then we also need tungsten. We'll continue relying on our refineries for the rubber. I'm not going to trade with it for more aluminum because we're already trading for aluminum as right now. But tungsten is going to be necessary. So let's go ahead and trade with... Who do we want to trade with? I guess the Portuguese? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll trade with them. Possible to say who exactly our future enemies are going to be. The Ottoman Sultanate is reborn. Much to the entire world's dismay, the Ottoman Sultan has been restored to his throne after a particularly brutal civil war. It really wasn't very brutal. Between the country's conservatives and its secularists Kemalists. In an extravagant ceremony that seemed straight out of the Middle Ages, the Sultan was restored to his former position, and Mustafa Kemal Ataturk's republic was dissolved forever. Rafet Pasha, I think that's how you pronounce that. He addressed his newly reborn sultanate, expressing a mix of surprise and humility over the fact that he was restored to his old station. The new sultan is a mild-mannered man, but he is surrounded by a court of warmongers and irredentists. Experts who never believed the sultan's return was even possible are clueless as to what the future could hold. Alright, so now we get our new leader and a bunch of other benefits. Stability and war support are going up 15%. Turkey will be known as Turkey. I think, or we should say provisionary state of Anatolia will be known as Turkey now. The capital will move to Istanbul. And our new leader, we'll look at him in a minute. Okay, so it says Ottoman Sultanate now. Alright, I don't know why it was all messed up with the naming. At least the tooltip was. And we also are red as our color now. So this is our new leader, and he has the Gentle Scholar trait, which is going to increase stability by 15%, reduce war support, and is also going to make many of our advisors and stuff down here cheaper. So that's awesome, though it does look like it did force this guy on us, but that's okay, because I actually like this character here. This is going to increase the support for unaligned. We can change conscription for cheaper. Justify war goals are going to be quicker. We have higher war support, and most importantly, non-core manpower. Now, this doesn't help us at all at this point, because I think all of our territory is cored. We might have... Oh yeah, we do have these two. The Kurdish territories, those aren't cored. So it helps out there, I suppose. But as we expand our territory, now the Ottomans do have a lot of decisions to get cores, but you got to control like the entire region. In order to get the core there, you have to have the whole region under your control, which can be difficult in some places. Where maybe it's not owned by the country you were attacking. Some areas in Greece or whatever might be owned by somebody else, and then you have to fight those ones as well to be able to get that territory in order to core it. So you can't get cores everywhere, but I think they cost political power, and again there are some limitations with them. So we'll probably have a lot of uncored territory eventually, as you always do in HOI4. So that's a very significant bonus. It can be very helpful. Alright, so that's our current political advisor. We might look into changing some of these out. So you could always change the silent workhorse as political power becomes more irrelevant. So we'll probably change these out in the future. But for right now, we're just going to fill out this military staff. We'll be able to do it for cheaper. In fact, it looks like we can go and get somebody now because of the reduced cost. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we want to do. As far as the chief of army, we have two choices, offense or defense. We're going to go offense, so that's a clear choice. But let's take a look at the military high command and see if there's anybody here that would be better for our army. We got a division attrition reductionist, the army logistics, but he's only as a specialist, so that's just not a very good bonus. I prefer to get one of the experts here, but we don't want one for the ships, and two of them are for ships. So, and this one's for planning speed, which is useless. We do not have very good military high command bonuses. Yeah, they're just not very good at all. Okay, so we probably will pick him later. The first one we're going to get is division recovery rate. That's clearly the best guy we got. So we'll get him. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and get our army offense expert. Alright, so we can get another national focus. And we're going to do this one to get a claim on Thrace and allow us to attack the Hellenic Republic. Excellent. And then we'll have to make a choice there. As you can see, there's a choice to be made on whether to rejoin the Central Powers, which it looks like they have created their faction now. The Germans have. No. They have not created their faction, even though they've... that's interesting. Yeah, it says they had to have completed that focus, and I assume that focus would create the Central Powers. Where is that located? It's got to be somewhere around here. There's the Central Powers right there. Clearly, if they were still rebuilding the High Sea Fleet, they have not completed the Central Powers. That's weird. Let me just take a look. Is it requiring that they've completed it, that they haven't completed it? Oh, one of the following must be true. Okay, because Austria-Hungary has completed their restoration of Austria-Hungary. Okay, I see. I just read that wrong. So in that case, it'll let the Germans create it. So they'll be able to create it before they get to their focus. All right, so yeah, it can go that route. It'll create the Central Powers and we'll attempt to join it. And Austria-Hungary will likely join it as well and will be the old Central Powers from World War I. There are some issues with that, though, because both Austria-Hungary and ourselves have interest in the Balkans. So I don't really know how that's going to go, because if we wanted to do this one instead, it might not be an option. Because, yeah, they've already restored Austria-Hungary. So, yeah, here it looks like you'd be, like, conquering territory for Austria-Hungary. But, of course, you can't do that one. So, yeah, we have to go down this route. All right, so that's the one we would do. And it looks like we're forced to join the Central Powers. It's kind of unfortunate that you don't really get a choice if you want to continue down your branch. I guess you can always leave them, though. You're not forced to stay in the Central Powers. But it's unfortunate you don't really get a choice if Austria-Hungary went that route. So yeah, that's what we'll do. I don't know if there's anything we want to do before we take that one. Just see what all we got here. Obviously, we haven't done these two just yet. And we want to get rid of that disorganized armed forces. Yeah, we really want to get rid of that one. So yeah, there are a few other choices if we wanted to wait on creating the Central Powers. Can always be an option. But this is the only way to get any of the damn claims outside of the initial one on the Greeks. We can subjugate Bulgaria. That would be in our best interest. So yeah, I think we will continue going down this. But yeah, once we get this, guys, we can attack the Greeks, who are weak from their civil war. And so yeah, we're going to be attacking the Greeks here. So pretty much probably as soon as we get this done, 70 days from now. So we'll have to move our troops off of this border here. We're going to let this get into March. Let's get this plan a little bit because I've been talking for a while. So just trying to make a little bit more progress here. It looks like the world tension is actually declining. And we should probably get those troops moving over there. All right, so we're done over here. Got that one going. I suppose we're going to continue working on the support companies. Let's get those field hospitals. Because I do believe we did put the field hospitals in the Janissaries. Yeah, so we got those. We are getting that benefit. So yeah, let's go and move troops. We'll get them off the Bulgarian border. I mean, I don't know what Bulgaria is doing. We will want to keep our eyes on them. But yeah, I think it's fine for now. And we're just going to go and actually delete this front. Got those 8 troops over there. We might just want to put the entire army over there. It is risky, though, not leaving any troops over here against the Soviets, but I don't think they'll get the ability to declare war on us anytime soon. I think they're going to go to war. Yeah, they're going to go to war with that faction over there. So I don't think we have anything to worry about from the Soviets just yet. How many troops would you have to keep to defend every province, just in case something weird happens? I really don't want to, like, lose a bunch of territory to them. I'm trying to click on the damn province here. I just can't. It's impossible. I can't click on the province. Jesus Christ, yeah, you can't click on the province. But anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd have to keep 6 over there. So what we could do is just put this army over here. Let's do that. Just take one of the troops that is over here. Have them go over here. And then get the rest of these. Have them come over here just because they're closer. And then, yeah, just leave 6 divisions over here, I think. And the rest would come on over to here. Get rid of this. And then, yeah, just take 1 division from each. We'll leave, like, 1 mountain unit here. But I'd prefer the mountain troops to get over there to Greece. We're going to need them. So we'll leave 1 mountain division over here. And the rest will be regular infantry. Oh, you know what? We'll leave that cab over here, too. Although we'll probably get rid of this cab unit. Actually, you know what? Let's go and do that now. We're not going to be using that guy for this. So let's just go and change him over to a tank unit is what I'm thinking. I know that we don't have any of this stuff for them yet. But that's okay. We'll eventually get it. All right, so yeah, all these guys will move over to here. 22 total units. We do want to increase that front like so. I guess the question is, do we want to do a naval invasion? I guess we need to look at the total ships they have. They have probably about a similar size fleet to us. Now, we do have a battle cruiser while they have the heavy cruiser, and we'll have naval bombers. So I'm wondering if we could do a naval invasion. I think that would be the best way to do this, is to, rather than send all 22 divisions over here, to instead do a naval invasion. Yeah, I think that would be better. So you know what? Let's go ahead and take some of the troops that we have coming over here and set up a naval invasion. Let's have them invade Athens. Yeah, because we don't want them to have to go all the way around here to invade the capital. So yeah, we'll invade Athens. I think that's the best way to do it. And so with that in mind, we can just take some of the troops that are here and set up a naval invasion of Athens. Hopefully we can get control of the seas. Alright, so then those ones over there. And you know what? I'm going to take one of the mountain troops and put them over here. And you know what? We can't get mountain troops over here, guys. They're too useful. They're too good. So instead we'll just replace him with one of these guys. Alright, excellent. So we'll have 5 divisions do a naval invasion, leaving 17 for over here. I don't know if 5 will be enough. We might want to increase that number a little bit. Get them up to 7. Yeah, and then they'll have like 15 here. Or maybe even get them up to 8. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get them up to 8. There we go. Alright, so we have 8 troops, including 1 mountain unit, that are going to do the naval invasion here of Greece. And as soon as we have this focus finished up, we'll be able to do that. We'll declare war on them. Try and get this, get all the territory taken and conquered. Did finish up the research for those fighters, so we want to get those upgraded. Got the research bonus for naval bombers, meaning we can get them in 59 days, and it makes sense to get them since we're going to need them in this war against Greece. Make sure that we have control of the seas. We're currently only building 1 naval bomber at a time. It's not very much. Overall, our Air Force is not very impressive. It's not really going to scare anybody. Let me just take a look at how we're doing here. You know what? Let's get them up to 100 here. Both of them. And then we're going to go and train them up now. Do the pilot exercises, but only do it until they finish getting up to the next experience level. And I don't even know if they'll get to that before the war starts. And then let's go ahead and get some bombers over here as well. Obviously, I don't really want to take casualties here, but yeah, we're going to do this anyways. And then we want them going up to, I guess, 25. I don't know that we'll even get that many built by that point. Probably not. We'll train up what we have. All right, excellent. So we got those training, and we are in fact in March. So we are going to go ahead and end the episode here. We will take a look and see how we're doing on compliance here. 39% in both of those, but you'll notice resistance is significantly lower. Yeah, it's not too shabby, guys. So we got resistance much lower. I might even be able to do these decisions. Yeah, 54% here on this one. So we could start working on that. We have a bit of stability to play with. So I suppose we'll do that. Actually, you know, let's do that now. I want to see what the results are. Ah, we failed. Damn it. I was hoping we would succeed. We did not. All right, so that's a shame. But we did get the political power from it. So again, there's always the benefit of that. And we have the ability to exploit an oil field here. Hold up. Because we now have the next level of excavation. Excavation 3. So yeah, let's get some oil. All right, so that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.